you set up in the configuration. So I am doing something similar in my AsyncVoter branch, and I believe that Michael as well said that he was doing something like this. I'm not sure. So I don't know. The idea is like if you want to work on something like that. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you understood.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I was
Yes.
just pulling the link up. Okay, so the way I seen it a couple of days ago was with .env. Basically, there is a library called .env, and it's reading the configuration from a .env, and you publish on your GitHub only the .env example, and each one of us will have the some sort of .env configuration from the sample. So you don't have to have the same database name. You don't have to have anything similar. So you want to try this?
We can try it. I'm not sure. Have you actually used it before?
Yes, I've worked with it.
Okay.
So we could check out this.
No, we can do it. I'm not sure. Eventually what kind of configuration the service will have, whether it will be quite a lot, and it makes sense to have a specific solution for it.
So I'm always ranting about stuff like having everybody writing in the same way and some stuff like that. But the reason why I do this is not because now we have a controller, we have one endpoint, we have one thing, but because when it's going to be bigger, when you're going to have it bigger, then obviously it's going to be much more of a hassle to
Yes, of course, it'll get more complicated.
So let me check. Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah, do that, man. No worries.
I don't know what I'm doing, so just so okay. Okay. Here's some .env. Okay, so you first install it. Require the .env, and in the .env you have the values, and then var db require db connect host process, and I think that's pretty straightforward. Shall we try it?
Yeah, let's do that.
So npm install .env -- save. Okay, now vim server.js. Let's instantiate it. Var .env equals require .env. Okay, and before we do this, we have to .env.config. I think this accepts a parameter to be where that .env is located.
So this .config would be an actual file somewhere with all your configuration, or it is just an object here, somewhere?
It's a file like this.
Okay.
So let's just say host and user. We actually don't even need this.
Okay, I just read the part, yes. So you create a .env file in your root directory.
I'll just write MongoDB for the time being. sorry. So we have MongoDB, right? Before we do anything, just npm test. Okay, so everything's working, right? npm start, it's starting, it's working, everything's correct. Okay, now if we are to do this, bin server.js, we have mongoose connect. Okay, and I think this is .config, and this is wait, this is ./.env. I'm not sure.
I don't think you need to escape it, do you?
Okay. Okay, let's save this. And he said var db require db require mongoose connection. Wait, this is different. Host is he's creating he's creating a hash here. I just mongoose connect. Where was I? So on the connect, instead of actually it's process and host. Okay. Basically on our connection here, we should say just like here, host process and
Okay.
okay. And test.
Ooh.
Okay, this is not as it
So
should be.
it looks like it was correct the way you did it.
I have no idea. It was just a trial and error. I can't remember how it was, but we can. That's why we're here. We'll check examples. Buttons. So index of is not a function. I think this is what he means by that. He's not doing anything else.
So in the file.env, you now have db host as
No,
a
sorry,
key.
MongoDB. No, I have MongoDB, not DB host.
Right.
You're right.
Okay. So still
115. I think he's not connecting. Just a second. Let's see. Isn't there somebody who has already seen that? I see package JSON. No. Next.js.
so let's see what it says. Import core.10.
No, wait. In vim.env, I have MongoDB localhost, but this should be AsyncVoter or AsyncVoter.
Didn't you have a port also? Is it just a local host or does it need the MongoDB like the protocol? Usually when you declare the MongoDB
Yes,
connection.
it has to have a. Just a second. Let's see what connection we're using so far. So this was the string MongoDB
Yes, like
localhost,
this, exactly.
right? We query string start theory index of. Okay, so it's not this. This is the exact same thing. Just a second. I made this already.
Oh yeah.
So .env require .env. .env load. Oh, he's loading this first.
Mm,
Yeah, habit. So let's leave this. And before the database connection, let's do it the same. But as opposed to loading the example, we should load this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's something wrong. And
what else?
Mongoose Connect, MongoDB URI,
So
process.env.
you are calling a process env and then Mongo. I don't think you have that in the file. Yeah, so this should be a process env dot mongo. Wait, what is? Yeah, okay,
But this is not a hash.
okay.
Okay,
Yay.
so this was it. Let me just look at it again. So basically, there's the .env, and then
Mm-hmm,
there's the load of the with the path .env.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the Mongoose Connect process process environment MongoDB.
Perfect.
Okay, which kind of makes sense for the time being. Okay, and then blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So the
Let me
idea
still
would be then to move a server port as well to the environment file, and then to call it similarly from.
just a second. Let me do something
Mhm.
else. Actually, no. Sorry, not red. Okay, and connection error should have been. In case of connection error, let's get the chalk red, just so we have a more visual, and can install chalk minus minus save, and I'll move the port in a second. Vim server, and I'll add this var chalk equals require cnpm test. Again, let's make sure connected to the server has exactly like the other one, has a green chalk marker. Okay, now here we said we want up listen, and we can do this. process.enw.port, right?
Yeah.
And in my env file, I'll do port equals 3000 npm start. Example everything on port 1000, which is correct. However, I would like to do something else. Since we're doing it this way and it's an environmental port, and not everybody is going to run it on 3000, I'm going to put a space here, delete this, and do process.enw.port. So it's going to display your app is it's working on whatever port it is.
Yeah. I
And
remember to concatenate the strings.
yes, you're right. Sorry. Okay, and let's concatenate the strings e plus. Now I'll do a test.
I think,
Yeah.
sorry, it's okay. You left the, what's it called? That, yes, that. You're fine now.
You're right. You're right. You're right. So
Okay.
correct. I'll take it even further with stupid things, if you agree, and I'll do plus pom. Sorry, this is a string that I want, right? And I'll add this. Okay, so it's nice and beautiful. Whoever wants to start the application, it should be blah, blah, blah. Up listening, connected correctly. Okay, there is something else that I would like to do. env.example, we have MongoDB, and I would like to do it AsyncVoter. I'm going to add the default ones.
Okay.
Just so we know what options we have available for whoever wants just to change this one. W. Oh, I forgot MongoDB. Okay, so let's do this. MongoDB. If.env. Okay, so we're good.
We are good.
npm start. Perfectly working. Git add dot git commit minus am added dot env and
Chuck.
chalk in the git ignore. We'll put the .env file in ignore. Git remove, I think.
Wait a minute. So you mean that the end file will have to be created by each person then?
So, because, for example, I might have a username and a password. I'll give you an example in the string, or I might use some database, and each one creates his env from enw sample. He just moves enw to enw sample, env to env sample, and it's working. To avoid sharing, because now it makes no sense. We have the same port and database.
Yes,
but
yes.
when we test Slack, you might have one API under your username. I might have one API under my username.
Yes, understood. No, just saying because in that case we do need to explicitly mention this in the README. You know that you need to create your own end file, because people may just think, okay, start the server and then find out that nothing works.
So let's just write, please copy please create the env file from the .env.sample before running your application.
Perfect.
Okay. So git add git commit -im updated the readme. Wait. So remove the .env file and updated the read accordingly. Okay. Good. So what else was it that we wanted to achieve? Considering we have that done, so now I cannot push. I have to submit a pull request, right?
Yes.
I have no idea how to do that. Git submit. Let's see.
You need to commit into your own branch, and then you can go to the interface and create a pull request.
Okay, so git checkout -b, and I'll name the branch
Usually, in terms of convention, you usually use the issue number and some more information. There are people that use something like issue / and the number of the
so this one, issue 23, right?
Yes.
So I'll just say 23.
If you take a look at the branches there, if you go to the branches, you'll see that there's the previous branch we were working on. It was called _start feature. So have something like that so we can know, so we do understand.
For abstract out configuration feature. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. And git push origin. Right? Okay. So now here we should have 23 abstract out feature.
Okay, I was talking. If you see there, you recently pushed branches. You see
yes.
on yellow.
This one.
So if you wanted to create a PR, you would go to compare and pull requests. And
okay.
Create a PR and it should create it. You should create a PR only when you finished working, so you guys can commit. And if you can commit, and then let's imagine that Junior it's time for Junior to drive, so he can pull it down into his computer, do these changes, push it up until you have the feature finalized, and then you'll create the pull request.
Okay, thank you. Any other ideas what we should be checking? Actually, let's check the issue.
Yeah, let's have a look at the list of issues.
So example setup, we already configured MongoDB, the port, var config require config.js. Oh, this was the example that they provided. So, okay. One last question. Not last. One more question, Joe. Should I write something in the issue saying that we have a branch that fixes it, or that's not our problem?
There's really no need for that. If you guys, the thing is, if you went to Waffle and you'd assign them to yourself, the task that you're doing, you then would be able to move it forward, and everybody would know that you will be working on that. Oh, there you go, 23. abstract.configuration into a separate file. Okay. So it's assigned to you. So, oh no, wait.
It is assigned to me.
Okay, so it's assigned.
That's mine.
Okay, so if you finalize, if there's nothing else for you to do on this specific issue, you guys can just wrap it up, just create a pull request, and move on to another task.
Cool.
Okay, so compare and pull request.
Sample.
Okay. Issues.
Great, man.
Okay. Story part schema definition. So what should we get? Just change server. Important test.
It's easier if you go to Waffle, and it's best to pick up things
From
that
the
are currently on ready column.
Okay.
That are already there because they already have points and everything. So
Okay. So Junior,
Yes.
I have no idea what to.
To be honest, the point that I wanted to look at was basically I saw the vote for this the abstract configuration thing. To be honest, I also don't have any idea. So we can wrap it up here now, and maybe tomorrow we can have another call with the other guys, Michael and I was Rafael also. If they want to join in, maybe we can all have another session.
Okay.
You guys can
So
keep
we
on
made
going,
progress, which is
like
good.
5 or 7 or 8. You guys can pick up any of those there and keep on going if you have time or if you want.
I just wanted to give it a look. So so that I can give my input on star, I would like to receive confirmation about an async vote, including URL, title, and voting discussion option. So if I'm doing npm start here, oh yeah, sorry, I removed my own .mg file. So if I'm doing npm start here and open Postman, judging by the not post get, cannot get story.
I think it's stories, plural.
You're right. So basically, in order to get this, just a second, what happens if I host? I get this in a JSON format, which is kind of okay. But this is and
what is the feature?
Receive vote feature. So if we read this feature, I would like to give so that I can give my input on story complexity difficulty. Basically, it's posting in a form. So we should have a form with URL, name, and the form, just a single form where you can input a size and submit your vote.
Yes.
However, this is slightly wrong because you should be able to put your name too. Otherwise, we will have the votes, but we would never know who voted what.
Who voted? Yes.
So, if I were to do something about it, the first thing I would change, I would add to the story schema a field called votant or
Voter.
voter.
Mm.
But actually, being MongoDB, I don't think it cares. I think you can just add the field, and that's kind of easy. So we should add the field of the voter. See, this is where I'm a bit lost because I think we should create the test to edit the test first to check for the voter, then add the
Yeah.
voter. Right, Joel?
In terms of process, usually this works like this. You look at this, you try to create a test that will replicate this,
Okay.
and you'll see it fail. And then you start
Miserably.
implementing the minimal, the minimal part that will make it pass, that make the task pass. And then when it's green and it's passing, you'll just refactor it in order to make it look better. So, for example, in that story, let me check which story is that. That's 5.
Uh, yes, I think it's 5. Yes, it's 5.
As developer, so when I can give my input into a story complexity, I'd like to receive information about AsyncVoter including. Okay, so in order to make it work in the beginning, so you can create a test that will do basically a get to stories dash and one ID, and you can check if the result is 200 and if it brings whatever you want it to bring.
But basically, the problem is we're just adding a field, so shouldn't I extend the current test, which is only checking URL size and name, and the current model?
No, receive vote. No, because this is a specific vote, I think, or not.
But, well, the thing is that this one, it's creating a story, basically, which is what I want. Because when you vote, no, sorry, I'm wrong. When you create but when you create a story, you should assume that somebody would vote on it. You don't create it just to have it there. And the story will have votants because somebody will cast a vote in.
So my question
Yeah.
about this specific story is that I'm not sure if this is for you to get one story or to get all the stories.
Yeah, I guess the test what it's doing is it's like a prerequisite. So it creates a story, and then it checks that the fields in the story, or at least this is what I understand, that in the fields in the story are right. So in your test where you are checking for the receive vote, that the story is created with the name field, the author, and the size, and then your test will check for these fields to make sure that they are there.
I think so. The first 2 lines are a context part for the story. So if you see the first 2 lines, it says, as a developer,
Yeah,
so it's showing who's the actor. And what do I want to do? I want to be able to give my input into some sort of story.
right,
Okay. And what do I need the system to provide me in order to do this? And that's the second part. That's a part that we need to implement.
right.
I'd like to receive information about the async vote, including URL, title, voting description. So from the way I read this story, what needs to be implemented is a new route that will have that's going to be a get into stories dash and the story ID that we want to get the details from,
Mm,
and that's it.
right.
Okay.
So I
Because
guess
if
that there will be two views then. When you mentioned, Alex, about a little form where you can put your user, your name, that would be a different thing then.
Okay, that would be a
Yeah,
vote, casting a vote. Can't
exactly,
it
like a
say?
casting a
Yeah.
vote.
that's the
Yes,
story number 7. If you see the story number 7 says cast vote feature. So
right.
this story, it's in itself, it's just okay. system, give me the information about
One vote.
story number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay, so you guys, I have to leave. I'll leave you guys here. I have to go because I have a stand up now.
Yep, no problem. Thank you very much, Joel.
If you need
Done.
something, I'll be in here in Slack. So just shout. Okay.
Cool.
Sure.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So